Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back. This is my Magic of I shipment that just came in. I ordered this technically our time, August 15th, but I believe Australian time it was August 15th, so 14th or 15th. And yeah, I just received it. So I am a long time, okay, oh, well, since 2020, appreciative person of this beautiful design work that they do. I really love how everything is put together for this planner and notebook and everything that they do. I'm going to go through a lot of the details because there are details. There are details for this one. If you are someone who doesn't track the moon or your cycles with the moon or planetary aspects, or there's a whole mycology section on mushrooms and flora and fauna, they've had a lot of different details that they offer in this one. It may not be for you, and that's fine. You can maybe just appreciate the design details. I honestly don't use all the aspects hardly at all. I use the moon cycles especially. There's moon prompts for the full and the new moons, and I use these as diaries. So I did want to show, before I show the whole thing, my very first one was this little one for 2020. I thought it was maybe a year before that, but obviously that's about when I started. And I got the little tiny one because I thought, oh, well, that's really cute. And I was using a horizontal planner. I don't even remember what it was. And I thought, well, let me try this one. And so I don't think I journaled too much in here. I'm just doing a quick scan. I think I just folded over the edges and then I put in some, like, I pulled cards and then what they meant. And that was it. I was just tracking like the cards that I pulled. And that's pretty much all that was in here. Let's see how early I started. Because I think I ordered this as, it was partway, I think it was April. I think it's April here. I'm just trying to make sure there's no other personal information. Yeah, right around April here is when I got it. And so that's when I started. I do love how cute this is. They just call this pocket, but it's not true pocket. Anyway, it's one of the earlier ones that they did. Then I would get the full ones from then on, and I would get the black ones because I just loved how they didn't even have foiling here yet. I don't know if this was their first year. I don't think so. There might have been a couple years before that, but yeah, just pocket planner for the first one. And I wanted to try it, so I got a pretty good discount on this. These are from Australia, so they take a little while to get here, as would anything being shipped overseas. Probably even longer back then, because I think in the last few years, overseas shipping has gotten so much better. So I use this one daily. So I mark, I write just a little bit in here every single day, and they have a lot of, well, this is the end of the year. They have full moon things. What I do is I write the prompts here. I'm not sure why the prompts aren't written here, other than maybe if you didn't want to use their prompts, it's just room for you to do things. And then I just journal, and that's about it. I find this as a very special book for myself to just keep around. I had pulled a card at the beginning of the year, and for every month I put the meaning in there so I didn't have to keep looking it up. Again, these are just absolutely beautiful books. They have a whole month here. I don't use this too often. I mainly just use this for some, you've seen me make little dots here, and then and then I write personal stuff here. So anyway, so this is the 2023 I'm using. I have a couple, I had So I guess the 2021, 2022, and 2023 are all the black versions that I have. And I just was looking. The white one's the only one I didn't really journal in, but the other two I had. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, when this arrived at my doorstep, I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm going to be able to recycle this. This is just like absolutely gorgeous. They do have like some things on the others. It's just amazing. I have to say, like here, I'll cover up my, yeah, that should cover it. Like both sides, like this, I understand it's kind of the back, but I mean, it's just, oh, I didn't even pull from here. I pulled from the top, but springboarding from the stars, bringing messages and reminders that being alive is truly the greatest gift. Like, it's really cool. Always made with love and intention. Like this, like, I don't see this very often. I'm not saying nobody does it. I'm just saying, like, I've never really ordered anything with that. So when I opened it up, I had this inside, which I absolutely love. I keep this. I have the 2023 one. And so I know exactly, it's a great shorthand. I also order everything North America. So everything's PST time, PDT, which is, you know, here in the Seattle area, like that's what the other thing that drew me to this one is that it's always in Pacific time. And it's great for me because I don't have to do math. Unfortunately, they don't make other time zones for the Americas, North or South America, but I'm trying to think, they should have an Australian one and a European one. I just didn't see those on the website. I don't know if it's because my website was set to English, so it just wasn't showing it. So I couldn't order the wrong one. Maybe a lot of people order the wrong ones. It also came with this beautiful sticker of the snake again. They always include the most beautiful stickers in there. So these were just kind of floating along with this bag. And I had seen people getting the bag before. I don't think I got one last year, but I saw people getting it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to order early this year. They do offer just this bag separately. I think it's like $8. But they had a lot of freebies for ordering early. And I also get the digital calendar. So all of those aspects are in a Google Calendar for the year. And I use that as well. Mainly to see the moons and to see what else is kind of coinciding. So everything was inside of here, plastic wrapped. I didn't want to do that on camera. I also wanted to just have a moment and then I get to share. I know some people want to be like, oh my goodness, I want to show the surprise of it all. But I like to have little private moments. So anyway, so this year they had, if you order a planner, you get a free notebook. And so I decided to switch things up and I went green. This dark green is gorgeous. It is stunning. Yeah, I thought, well, you know, I want a dark one because I didn't want one that was white. I had one. I didn't want to get it dirty and stuff. The actual rubber band thing here, it feels a little tighter this year, or maybe it's because I usually have mine just tucked there. It came like that on the back. I usually just tuck mine here because I don't use them. I just don't. I'm just going to start in the back real quick. What I noticed was like this comes out a lot further. Like this is a big pocket and there's a lot of room. I don't remember the old ones doing that. Excuse me. Let me see. Let me see if I just ignored it last year. I probably did. It's bigger. I have to say, like the first couple ones, they did not have this nice folded part here. So yeah, that was about the same. But I just kind of noticed like it was a nice big, yeah, it might be about the same. Yeah. Magic in here and everywhere. So it's it kind of leaves me a little speechless. It's just really gorgeous. This is where I love the gold edges. I don't get gold edges on my other things because I like them to be kind of messy and kind of... Why does this paper look a little lighter? You know? Because I've used this paper for so long. Let me see here. Let me pull. They did. They went brighter with it. I was wondering when I opened it up, I was just like, oh, did they make everything more crisp or something? And no, it's whiter. I like the cream here because I was not worried about mistakes. I wasn't trying to like fix any of the mistakes on there. I wasn't using whiteout, wasn't using tape or anything like that. And I like the cream. It was fine. But yeah, this kind of, to me, this looks kind of green too. And I don't know if that differs. I don't think so. I think she just kind of made those more green in the, and maybe it's just showing up more. Anyway, there is just so much at the beginning of this. Just how to work with the moon, what the signs are. If you are new to things, this is a great way to get like an introduction of all this. And they have everything here. I love that they have some of the newer things on here. Let's see. Yeah, Truth and Reconciliation. They have Juneteenth. And that they call Indigenous Peoples Day October 14th. And that they took out Columbus Day. I really appreciate that. I just find all of these really fascinating. It does feel a lot clearer because it's on this brighter paper. Let's see. Now I'm curious about the front here. Like not much has changed. Let's see. I'm just trying to get a page to compare. Did they take that out? Let's see. Some of the pages still stick together a little bit because it's still brand new here. There was a big... She might have had to move things around too. I think what I'm noticing is that it is this kind of teal green and then the brown. I think that's just how it's always been. But it's just very different looking because it's on. Here's the big wheel. She moved that a little bit. That was before the other part. So it's fascinating to kind of look through all of these. And like coordinating with our menstrual cycles. I don't have, well, I still have cycles because, you know, my ovaries are still doing what they need to. But here's where you can like, and I can still do this, is like I kind of track my period a little bit, but I don't have my uterus anymore. So I have to pay attention to other signs. So I was looking at an Apple Watch to see if I can document my ovulation because, the only sign that I can really look for is, my boobs hurting, you know, like that's the only thing like towards the end of my cycle that I can really kind of look at because it is important to kind of still keep that up until you're through menopause. Medicinal mushrooms, mycology. So they have all this part and all the aspects, exact aspects. All the new moons are here as well, just in case if you don't get that little other part. And then like this is like the 8 areas of life. And sometimes I just switch these around a little, but these are so similar to Moxie Life where I set intentions, and I'm not getting a Moxie Life this year. So I think this is going to be kind of extra handy. And you have 2 pages, so a spread, for each single one of these. And you also have these bookmarks that come in here too. And then for the beginning of every month, they have the transits, they have when the new moons are, and then this is where I get my reflections. I just take these and I write them back here. So they're usually at the end of the month, right here. So I just write them here so that I know what to write about and reflect upon, and then it's the next month. And then in the very back, they have some more illustrations. Others can guide the way, but only you hold the key to your own unique magic. You hold all the answers. And then love is the answer. I love this, just on the last page. That's been there for a few years. And there's a couple notes pages, and then there's all these. I don't know how she gets all these correct. Like, that is quite the print job. I'm a graphic designer, and just to get print jobs correct, I don't know how she does it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. And as I said, there's 2. There's one gold and one silver for bookmarks. And I usually use the gold one for like the month, either seeing this month or just the goals. I usually actually have it for the goals. And then the silver one I use for whatever week I'm on. So yeah, that's this. I think this is the new color for this year because they've had kind of it's like it's a different green. It's more of like, I would call it like a celadon or a muted green. That's a little lighter. I think they've had that the past 2 years, but from what I remember, this is the first year they're offering that. Anyway, so since I ordered with the pre-order, I also got this that came with everything, and it's part of their, I think they have dream journals, and then this is just a regular journal. And I've never gotten one of their regular journals, and it says Earth Alchemy, Sky Wisdom. And this is, again, absolutely gorgeous. There's going to be some dings on it, and that's okay. So I opened it pretty carefully, but just, it's going to get worn. It's all that's in here is just lined paper. So, yeah, no pocket on this one. And yeah, it just gets right into it. Like there's nothing. No numbered pages or anything there. And then for some reason, I also got this little notebook. Now this is more like it's like craft, kind of a cardboardy, what does it remind me of? Moleskin kind of notebook. I know that name can be pronounced other ways. Since my graphic design days back in the early aughts, we just call them moleskins. But yeah, I mean, it's really gorgeous, and I thank them because yeah, I will use this. So these are all A5s, and yeah, that's kind of what everything looks like. Now I'm going to try to see if I can get some more info. Let's see. So this was, yeah, Deep Moss. I'll just base it off of this. I was going to see if this listed, no, this one did not. But this is like, and they also do 1% for the planet. FSC. I'm trying to see where they talk about the paper, and maybe they're not on here. Okay, here it is. Lux 120 GSM ivory paper. So this is the vegan leather journal, but I believe it's the same paper for everything. It's very thick paper. You can kind of see through it. You know, you can kind of see like there's some shadowing going, you know. I don't mind that, especially now that I use Tomoe River paper. This one, it could, I don't know, it feels about the same. Anyway, please look at the website because, yeah, if you like a certain kind of paper, I would definitely look at that. So yeah, this is the black one here. I don't remember anything other than those. Yeah, that was it. This is the, yeah, there's a lined notebook and a lined journal. Okay, there is a slight difference. So the lined notebook is 100 GSM and the lined journal is 120. I wish they had this on here. I'm going to assume that this is 120, but I will bring it up really quick here. Okay, so this is really interesting. I actually looked it up on their website, and this is 110 GSM. The the journal is 120, and this is 100. So it goes 100, 110, 120. That's interesting. They're all different, but they're very, very similar. Like, I don't think you're going to notice, but yeah, these are the biggest differences. So this is 100 and this is 120. And yeah, I think they just wanted like a really, really nice journal. I think the construction of these looks pretty identical here. I'm not looking straight down, but now I am through the camera, and that looks like the same, about the same. It's just that the roundedness is a little different. So yeah, that is that. And then they just have these like gorgeous foils. I just love them so much. But I had to like pop on here and just show them off before I don't know what I'm doing with these. So yeah, the planner, I definitely will be using the exact same way that I'm using it this year. But for these, now I have to kind of think. I mean, it's the same cover here, but like since it's A5, it might fit in. Let me see. Will this fit in a Moterm? I mean, this is a chunky cover, so I have a feeling this won't fit because it's not made to fit. You're not supposed to do this. I would not recommend doing this, but well, okay. So I'm not going to force it too hard, but I have it like halfway in, and then it's kind of getting stuck a little bit. Anyway, if you wanted to do that, it's because this is very, there's a lot of friction. Anyway, you could do that. Now this one will go just fine. You know, this is like any other kind of notebook. So you could do something like that. I'm probably not going to, but I was thinking like, what else would I want to journal about? Like it does have just the one bookmark in there. So yeah, I had to show and tell. Yeah, the grids are a little off. Can you see? It kind of goes up and down. Again, it's journaling. Like it doesn't matter too much. If you were doing like some kind of precise measurement, I mean, it is stitch bound here. So, but like, is it varying per spread? I don't think so. Like these are lining up across the spread. That's the biggest thing. Excuse me. Oh, but this one's not. And that's okay. Like, again, I still think these are like excellent quality. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. I'm a little tired, so I got a little rambling. I'm sorry. But it's late and I wanted to just kind of show all this because they just came out. And then as I was kind of like, I think when I was having dinner tonight, I got my notification for Sterling Ink finally. And I'm like, finally, as in, I'm just so excited. Like, I still could have waited another month and been totally happy with that because it's going to be beautiful. But I still am not sure if I'm going to use both of them. So, and I know a lot of people are like ready to buy off of other people. You know, I think I'll use some kind of Sterling Ink in some kind of way. I don't know though, because I'm thinking about an Apple Watch. I'm kind of wondering about, could it monitor enough things that I wouldn't have a TN? Because I did this whole TN health notebook because I needed to see all this information. It's possible that I might do that all digital. That's my current experiment for this month. So we'll see if I use my TN. But I think the A5 is going to be used somehow. I don't know. So it's, again, I need to have them in my hands. I also ordered an Aura Estelle. That's probably going to be the last one that comes. I think it's going to be, well, I guess they said late October. So maybe just a couple more weeks here. Even if that's November, again, I'm perfectly fine for waiting. But yeah, I think the Sterling Ink one should get here by Thursday or Friday. So before the weekend comes, usually it's just a couple days if they get it dropped off. Once they get it dropped off, it's like 2-day shipping. They do the nice shipping. So those are my thoughts. I thought I'd share them. And I hope everyone is having a good week. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye.